You cannot, in Sharia, you cannot insult the Prophet or you're going to die. Are you telling me that's not true? In Sharia, can I insult the Prophet and not be killed if I'm living in an Islamic state?
No, you will.
I will what?
He said you will.
But at the same time,
I will be killed, right? I mean, that's why I respect you. Honestly, you're being honest. So in an Islamic state, David Wood and I saying Muhammad is false prophet, we're killed, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Your respect now went to the roof. You know how much I respect you? Because you're so honest, honestly. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're honest.
This kind of leads into another topic that Muhammad here brought up. He said that when people insulted Muhammad, he just remained silent. He let Abu Bakr respond. Tying it. What's that? Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't say he let Abu Bakr respond. He just said silent. He didn't tell Abu Bakr to respond. Abu Bakr responded on his own will. And that's when the Prophet, he was upset because he responded.
So, but you're saying that it's good. It's good because Muhammad didn't respond when people insulted him. The reason I'm bringing this up is Sam quoted Qadi Iyad saying that if someone calls Muhammad black, it's a death sentence. He is to be killed. You pointed out that you would reject that because Muhammad didn't say, hey, if someone calls me black, then kill him. But Sam pointed out that no, it's because that was regarded as an insult in the Muslim community. And it is a ruling in the Muslim community that if someone insults Muhammad, then that's a death sentence. And I would say that does go back to Muhammad himself, that if someone insults him, then it's a death sentence. And so I think that's a good segue into the other topic you brought up, that when Muhammad was insulted, then he didn't retaliate. Abu Bakr spoke up for him, but Muhammad just remained silent. Muhammad may have just remained silent at certain points when he was powerless over certain people. But once he came to power, once he rose to power, then the penalty became, so-and-so made fun of me, therefore so-and-so had to die. The actual Islamic position is more like this. When Muslims are in the minority, when they're totally outnumbered, and if they get violent, they will be crushed and destroyed by their enemies, then don't retaliate if someone criticizes Muhammad. But when the Muslim community becomes stronger and they're the most powerful force around, then if someone criticizes Muhammad, makes fun of Muhammad, mocks Muhammad, then that person is to be sentenced to death. And that's the example that Muhammad himself gave. That doesn't come from a later Muslim scholar, a later Muslim ruler. That comes from Muhammad himself. It's Muhammad who says, hey, we're in the minority. If they want to insult me, nothing we can do about it. But later on, when Muhammad rises to power, it was, hey, remember all those people who insulted me? Here's a list, go kill them.
One thing I said is that the Prophet, even when he was in power, he didn't say kill anyone who actually insulted me. And my one last point, where can I find it? In Islam, in my religion, there's things that you can, there's things that you can do that can get you killed. Is that right?
I can hear you. What was that?
There's certain sins that you can do in Islam that can get you killed.
Yes,
we know that.
There are sins in Islam that will get you killed. Yes.
But before we go there, Muhammad, you said again, I just want to make sure I heard you. Muhammad, even when he was in power, never ordered anyone to be killed because they mocked him?
Yeah.
That's not true. I have the references. You want me to read them for you?
I have, and also Sam, I have Ibn Ishaq pulled up here to give some examples. So this is Ibn Ishaq, pages 550 to 551. We'll just look at a couple examples. We're not going to read the entire passage here. We have an example, and basically what the situation is that Muslims are conquering Mecca, and some people are going to be okay, some people are going to be forgiven, but Muhammad gives a list of people who have to die and are to be shown no mercy. So in this bottom paragraph, another was Abdullah bin Qatal of Banu Taym bin Ghalib. He had... What's that?
You know what Abdullah means in Arabic?
Yeah, slave of Allah. But he still got him.
So if they are ordering the slave of Allah to be killed, what does that...
No. This guy's an apostate.
Okay, finish off.
Yeah, this isn't even about him. You could make a good argument that Abdullah deserved to die here. So he had become a Muslim, and the apostle sent him to collect the poor tax in company with one of the Ansar. He had with him a freed slave who served him. So this guy was a Muslim, and Muhammad sent him to collect the zakat with one of the Ansar. He had with him a freed slave who served him. He was a Muslim. So the man here is a Muslim, and the freed slave with him is a Muslim. When they halted, he ordered the latter to kill a goat for him and prepare some food, and went to sleep. When he woke up, the man had done nothing. So he attacked and killed him and apostatized. So this man killed another man. So that's why I said you can make a case that this person deserved to die because he killed another man basically over not getting his food ready. But here's the follow-up. He had two singing girls, Fartana and her friend, who used to sing satirical songs about the apostle. So he ordered that they should be killed with him. So the one guy, Abdullah here, was under a death sentence for apostatizing and for killing a Muslim, a freed Muslim slave. So this guy was under a death penalty, but then it gives this follow-up and said he had two singing girls, Fartana and her friend, who used to sing satirical songs about the apostle. So these girls used to sing songs making fun of Muhammad. And notice, so he ordered that they should be killed with him. So this is Muhammad ordering, hey, yeah, we know we have to kill Abdullah, but make sure you kill his singing girls, because they used to sing songs making fun of me. Now, this passage goes on. By the way, one of the girls was pardoned by a different Muslim when they actually caught her. One was sentenced to death. I mean, one of them was actually killed. But you have multiple examples. But look at the very next example. Another was Al-Huwayrith, one of those who used to insult him at Mecca. So the reasons that these people are being killed over and over again in many instances here is that they were making fun of Muhammad. So notice what the situation is. When Muhammad was this outnumbered prophet in Mecca, then these people are making fun of him, they're insulting him, and he's not going out and fighting them. And Muslims look at that and they say, you see, these people insulted him and Muhammad didn't even retaliate. Well, keep reading. Once Muhammad had power over them and he was the most powerful force, he kept these people in mind and said, hey, remember all those people who made fun of me? Remember those girls who made fun of me and sang songs? Remember this person who insulted me? Now you go and execute these people. So it wasn't like he just let it slide or he thought it was okay. Yeah. It was just, hey, I'm not in a position to execute you now, so I'm going to let you slide. Later on, when I can, I'm going to kill you. And so this is the pattern that places like Pakistan right now, which have blasphemy laws, these are the passages, and there are more, but these are the passages that they look to when they say, hey, if you speak against Muhammad, if you criticize Muhammad, then you have to die. Why? Because that goes back to Muhammad. And that's why in Qadi Iyad, as long as the Muslim community regards calling Muhammad black as an insult, then that's why they can say that you are put to death for calling Muhammad black.
Muhammad, before you respond, I want to give you one from Bukhari because you have access to it, because he read Ibn Ishaq, and you may not be able to see it, but he's got it on screen so you can check it later. He's not misquoting. Let me give you two, but one from Bukhari, because I want you to be able to read something for yourself. Said Bukhari, volume 5, number 369. Allah's apostle said, who is willing to kill Ka'b bin al-Ashraf, who has hurt Allah and his apostle? Thereupon Muhammad bin Maslama got up saying, O Allah's apostle, would you like that I kill him? The Prophet said, yes. Muhammad bin Maslama said, then allow me to say a thing, a false thing, i.e. to deceive Ka'b. The Prophet said, you may say it. Now, before we finish it, pay attention to two things, Muhammad. Muhammad bin Maslama said, okay, well, you're going to have to allow me to trick him, to kill him. Muhammad, your Prophet said, you may say it. Instead of saying, no, we are slaves of Allah, we do not lie, we don't use trickery. He said, you're free, do it. So Muhammad bin Maslama went in together with two men and said to them, when Ka'b comes, I will touch his hair, because they're pretending to be his friends. So they're going to touch his hair and smell it. And when you see that I have got hold of his head, strip him. I will let you smell his head. Ka'b bin al-Ashraf came down to them wrapped in his clothes and diffusing perfume. Muhammad bin Maslama said, I have never smelt a better scent than this. Ka'b replied, I have got the best. Arab women who know how to use the high class of perfume. Muhammad bin Maslama requested Ka'b, will you allow me to smell your head? Ka'b said yes. Muhammad smelt it and made his companions smell it as well. Then he requested Ka'b again, will you let me smell your head? Ka'b said yes. When Muhammad got a strong hold of him, he said to his companion, get at him. So they killed him and went to the Prophet and informed him. Abu Rafi was killed after Ka'b bin al-Ashraf. So you see the trickery? They pretended to be his friend. Oh, your hair smells so nice. And when he grabbed him by that, strike him. And they killed him dead using trickery. And your Prophet said, go ahead and do it because he's hurt me. So where did you get that Muhammad did not kill those who mocked him, insulted him? And here not only did he order his follower to kill the man, he allowed him to deceive him. It's like me coming up to you, oh, Muhammad, my friend, give me a hug. And when you hug me, I take the knife and I then stick it in your back and kill you dead. And this is the way of God?
But the Prophet Muhammad, did the Prophet Muhammad order them to trick him?
Just read it. He said, he asked him, did you start the beginning? Who will kill this man? He goes, well, I will, but you're going to have to allow me to use deceit. He goes, you are free. You can do it. It says it right there in the beginning. We read it.
That's true.
You say it again. You said that's true, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, my friend, all the examples you gave doesn't prove Muhammad is a prophet. It shows he's not a prophet worthy of your obedience. Time for you to come to Jesus Christ, your only hope of salvation.